MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I on me. It all keeps adding up. I think
it's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. Return coming here from the 12th. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
Keys. Yeah, mine is too. I keep forgetting. I forgot I bring on my partner be doing them hoes nasty. What's good? What's happening, Dick? What we on? It's crazy because the partner can't do kickoff. It's kind of crazy. But, you know, it's whatever.
They visualize as they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return. They're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
There's a dive up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another carry for him. He finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
Back to the well again. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. They give it to him again. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. David Montgomery with the touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate. But here, sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street. Panther 60, Panther.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled by big Logan Hall.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short here. Sanders. Dumps it off to Robinson. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Hey, check that. Panther Street. Hey.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready, set.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal. Trap 60.
Sanders setting to pass. Caught, nice gain left side. This one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
60 Maverick. Bronco 80. Broncos. Ready.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. This one's caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his
touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns finish off their opening drive. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw by Stroud. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a short gain. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Brought in inside the 20. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Stroud on the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Texans take a second quarter lead. C.J. Stroud the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hurts. Right there, Hurts. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 70 Lions. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
They'll go play action for Sanders. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
Ready? Viking 18.
Working out of the gun. Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's a Browns first down. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. On first down, here's Sanders. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Get it! Cougar 19! Dragon 60!
Throwing again here, Sanders. Forced that to his right. That's completed right side. And a great play was brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Taking a shot towards the end zone. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. On the return, it's Jalen Noel. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Stroud. Gets everything he has under this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Back to the air they go on 2nd. Stroud. Throw right side. Dell has it. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bay on its way. To throw now is Sanders. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
79 Broncos.
Sanders now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect. Looking for Harold Fanning Jr. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's going to loft one deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And will be a 1st down, Texans. Timeout coming from the the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Thrown back, it's the handoff. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look.
And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fields this one at the 3. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go. Ready?
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he could not break beyond the line. So that's how our half's going to end. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. They crush him right along the 20. That is where their offense is going to take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Cougar 19, Dragon 60. Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Starting the half with Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Sanders going to look to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
On the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt. Brad Robbins will kick it away. And the punter earning some high fives on that one. They're going to down this kick at the 3. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and he played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Stroud. Left side into the hands of Dell. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. They got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Connects downfield, on target to Dell. Has room down the left sideline. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Play action, Sanders. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Browns 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
To the air on 1st down. Sanders completed to his running back. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Sanders going to throw here on 1st. He beams one deep right side. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders finds the in route complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Come on.
3rd and 3.
60 Vikings. 7.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Sanders setting the pass. It's caught. Fannin has it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Working inside the red zone. Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
On second down, Robinson. And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Starting from the 5. He lost the football. Oh, and this will be a turnover. It's recovered by the kicking team.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. First and 10
Here we go.
15-yard line.
Bronco 80. Go.
Staying with Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
60, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Tight, 19 tight.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Throws caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 4th-quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Narvison has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one's complete right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. First down throw by Stroud. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. Gets it again. And he will not get in. The defense holds. Stuffed once again. And now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans now trail by just a point in the 4th. C.J. Stroud, the touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late.
The kick is good. That will tie the game. 28 all.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Wallace with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns with a little more work to do to win it here. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. On the move, headed right. Finds a man right side. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Fields this one at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level. They want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Here's another for him. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Let the hot. Here we go. 18.
To throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie will go for 2 and the lead.
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out.
At their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready? Warriors 70. Ready?
Setting up to pass. He's got a man left. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Let go.
Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they jump on top of it. Oh, a clutch. Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play. And a very important call coming up late in this game. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let's go.
He'll look to throw it.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Pat. 70 Lions. Trap 60. Trap 60. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
Sanders going to look to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. That's going to do it for regulation. So some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. And there's still something being celebrated by the fans, isn't it, Brock? A coin toss might not decide the game anymore here in overtime. Both sides guaranteed a possession now, even if the first team scores a touchdown. And if we're tied after those 2 series, it is next score wins. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. No to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. First throw of overtime. Escapes the pocket. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. Well, the offense is certainly moving on the right track so far in past years for a potential game-winning touchdown. But let's not forget, Brock, the other side will get a chance to answer no matter what happens on this opening series.
Yep, and that response is something for their defense to worry about. All these 11 gentlemen need to do is continue the steady progress downfield and getting that opening first down. So critical to any possession, but even more so in overtime.
It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
You can't start a fire without a spark. How about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. I think they might have taken that first down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out third down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning, some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on third down? Not it.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead in this game. Nico Collins with the touchdown. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Challenge has been laid down, partner. And it's time to see if they have an answer prepared as we're off again. Wallace with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Now it's his turn in overtime. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. Cup 19, Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Go.
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Complete out to the right side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide, wide open.
Tag. Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Sticking to the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panther, trap 60. Trap 60. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now to throw. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Texans take over just shy of the 40. They battled each other all game long, Brock, but the coverage, some of the couple of surprises up their sleeve for this QB, stealing possession there with the pick.
And there's always a look or two, Kate, that doesn't get used much during the game. A way to disguise the coverage and trick those QB's eyes into seeing something that wasn't there. What better spot to break that out than right now in overtime? Right here